So what do we do about all of this? Well, as an initial matter, I think we need a national leadership organization. So several of us have come together and we're going to create something called the Charity Defense Council that will act as an anti-defamation league for the sector, because we don't have anything like that right now, that will author a national civil rights act for charity that will organize the sector around these issues, that will litigate statutes that are unconstitutional, and that will do a public-facing ad campaign the way the milk industry did. You know, the milk industry asked America, you got milk? You know, the pork industry's told America, we're not a fatty meat, we're the other white meat. You know, the egg industry said we're the incredible edible egg, we're not this thing that's going to give you heart attacks. The nonprofit sector has never come together to utter a word to the general public collectively about any of these things. So the first campaign we're going to launch is this campaign with people, and it says, I'm overhead. I'm overhead. I work on the cause 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I do the fundraising. Without me, there is no cause. Overhead is a good thing, and I'm overhead. To start to engage the public in some understanding of this. It's not the public's fault that they don't know. We don't ever tell them anything. So this ribbon you've been looking at is on the cover of the book, and I bought this piece of linen at a store in Los Angeles, and I ripped it apart by the threads, and I found this oil stain, and I ground it into the ground until it became this symbol for me of the desecration of our dreams on the altar of looking good, you know, and on the altar of conforming to ideas that came to be 400 years ago when people were terrified of going to hell. And I think ultimately we have to stand up for our truth. We have to get to know our truth again. You know, when you're gay, you have to stand up for your truth all the time. It's not like you just come out when you're 19 years old and great, now everybody knows I'm gay, that's done. You know, probably in the cab ride to the airport today, the guy will say, what's your wife think about the triplets? And I'll have to get into this exhaustive, transformative conversation about I'm actually gay, and you know, how's he gonna feel about that, you know? But you just have to keep standing up for your truth. And the nonprofit sector has to begin to do that. Not just the staff, but donors as well. We have to begin to say that I'm sorry, but keeping low overhead is not my truth. That's not why I dedicated my life to this work. The lack of profit is not why I dedicated my life to this work. I dedicated my life to this work because I want to see some of these conditions change in my lifetime. And I want the freedom, and I will take the freedom to do whatever it is I need to do to solve those problems. This is the box. This is the box, and we need to get out of this box. Not only for ourselves, but for all of the people whose lives we work to improve. Because whether we know it or not, you know, they're in that box with us.